For example, I told you before that Paya Lebar Air Base would move out and that we would redevelop Paya Lebar, and the relocation would start in the 2030s. But URA is already engaging the public and industry partners to explore redevelopment concepts. And let me share some of the ideas. First, this is Paya Lebar Air Base, down here. And the runway is the dominant feature, which stretches from one end to the other, 3.8 kilometers long. It's a line along the direction of the prevailing winds to avoid crosswinds when aircraft take off and land. So the future town can be also aligned along the same axis, parallel to the runway, and then the town will be naturally breezy, and hopefully residents won't need to turn on your aircon quite as much. We can repurpose the runway into the town's central spine, turn it into a green connector or a community space extending from one end of the town to the other. It will be a distinctive and attractive heritage feature unique to Paya Lebar. On both sides of the spine, we'll build public and private housing. MND estimates we can build around 150,000 new homes, which is roughly what we have in Punggol plus Sengkang today. There will be amenities and recreational areas close by, as well as commercial and industrial developments to bring jobs closer to our homes. And it's not just about using the land physically occupied by the airbase, because once the airbase moves out, we can lift some of the building height restrictions around it. For example, in Aokang, in Marine Parade or Punggol, and this means we can redevelop these towns, include more amenities, and make much better use of the space there. It won't happen overnight, but over decades, we can completely reimagine the eastern part of Singapore. Singaporeans sometimes worry that we'll run out of space in future, that housing will not be available or affordable. I say, no need to worry. We have done our studies and planning. We will have enough space for future generations. Our problem is not finding the space to build enough flats, nor keeping homes affordable for Singaporeans. We know how to do that. Our problem is having enough babies to grow up and live in them. And I don't know how to do that, but we will come back to that subject in a future rally. Our island may be small, but it holds great potential. Paya Lebar is just one example of how we are reimagining and transforming Singapore. We are doing this all across the island, Jurong Lake District, Greater Southern Waterfront, and many other areas too. Each new estate will be more livable, greener, more sustainable than the previous one. This is not easy to do, but just as past generations planned for and created the Singapore that we live in today, we too must never stop imagining and building the future Singapore for the next generation and beyond.